All right, welcome back to Spoiler Kings. Today we are talking about episode 6 of Andor. So it just came out this past week, and I don't know. What do you guys think? You've been saying slow burn, slow burn. What do you think
I've been
about this
saying
episode
slow
so
burn
far?
over and over again. I told
I
you guys.
deserve to start this one off. I've been saying it from the beginning.
You've been the biggest hater.
Hated Andor. I've been hating on all episodes, and I'm going to say it first in front of everybody. Take off my Harry Potter glass so you can see me, understand this. I was wrong. This was great.
All I told you had to do, the only thing I told you had to do was just give it a little time and wait it out. Did I not? Did I not say that? Tank, did I not say that?
Yeah.
Hey, episode 6, I was sitting there watching like, what's next? It was so good.
Yeah. And like we said, the creators, Tony and Dan Gilroy, like their pedigree, their trademark is slow burns. So going in, I knew there was going to be like a steady amount of buildup for the first couple episodes, and we got that this time. I feel like I think it's a little too early to say it paid off completely, but it's beginning to pay off, and I think we're going to see that kind of continue on. With the remainder of the episodes.
Episode 6 was great. Before you say this, I got to say this. The episode was so good that I literally stopped watching it and ordered my costume. My Halloween costume was ordered right after watching Andor. I was like,
"What'd you get?"
Yeah,
I'm gonna be Mace Windu.
I was almost Mace Windu a couple years ago. Actually, for the 6 months I was back in the U.S. from Korea after my first year, and I was going to go as Mace Windu. I had found the robes and stuff like that. We were all going to go as Star Wars characters, but my group canceled on me, so I ended up I ended up making a TMNT costume. I was Michelangelo that year.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
really good. But
nice.
I said, okay, this is what I have to do now. I know I need something from Star Wars. And I was like, there's no black guys in Star Wars, and I'm not going to be I'm not doing anything from the other ones. So yeah, Mace Windu. Let's go.
Yeah. That Mace Windu is awesome. You can't go wrong. It's gonna be hand, with the hand or without the hand.
With the hand this time.
Okay.
But I did order the purple lightsaber.
Nice. That's the way to go.
Very
I would
nice,
say just throughout the night, just start off with the hand, and by the end of the night, just like pull down your sleeve so you got no hand.
It's so funny because last year I was Darth Vader. So it just works out. Like I'm going to hop around.
Yeah. Oh man. That's awesome. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say you're gonna be like you're gonna be Andor. Like I bought a really crappy jacket. So,
I almost thought about being Moon Knight, but it was just too much stuff. I'm gonna be hot.
Yeah. Walk around in a white suit with a mask.
I'm still impatiently awaiting the arrival of my costume.
Oh, has it come yet?
Yeah. When you order stuff overseas and stuff like that, sometimes it takes them like a week or two to actually make the costume.
Yep.
And then they sent it, but I got the expedited, delivery. So just
hopefully you get it right before. Yeah. You got what? One more?
We should be like poll guys of what Tank should be for Halloween.
Yeah. Well, there we go. We'll get back on topic. Andor is awesome still. I agree. It's even more awesome. Yeah.
Really
this. Oh man, it looked gorgeous. I thought it felt like, I know, Brian, that was one thing you were saying. Like, it's not feeling Star Wars. This one felt Star Wars. But it didn't feel Star Wars as in Jedi Sith. It felt more Star Wars like A New Hope, where
I like that. Yeah. I like that it doesn't feel compelled to drop references or Easter eggs to the greater universe that we already know. That's something that I've really appreciated about. It's very much in its own corner, as it should be, because it's such a huge universe. With all these individual stories.
We're going to get some stuff. We're going to start seeing some stuff from the storyline that we know. I think as we go along, we're going to start to get a little bit more, just a little bit. Not like this huge thing like Darth Vader's going to walk across past the screen, but like you're going to start hearing little things like, or planets that we know, or things that we know that happen that kind of push the rebellion along. We're going to start hearing these type of things, and it's going to kind of, just kind of rear its head up a little bit.
Yeah. I definitely. Well, was it me? Because I thought there was a part where they were saying like, "Oh, he's not gonna let us live, or he's not gonna like it, or something like that." And I'm like, "Wait, who are they talking about?" You know what I mean? Because the first idea is like, "Oh, is it the Emperor or is it Vader?" Like who? At this point, it still could be Tarkin. I mean, he's still alive as of right now, at least in this timeline. So, yeah, I was kind of like, "Ooh, who are you talking about?"
But even seeing the Senate, that kind of
man,
back to it too. That's what I'm saying. Like even seeing them in the Senate, seeing those things, kind of brought me back to there. This is definitely Star Wars. It's a different area. It has its own story, and I'm enjoying the story. But it felt like it's back in the Star Wars universe, at least.
Yeah. I'm right there with you with that. I don't know. It just the way they talked, I think the way they handled themselves, everything, it was like, oh, these are like the rebels. I don't know. It just trying to like pinpoint one thing that I liked, because it was just like a continuation of one awesome thing from another. I don't know.
I gotta say one thing. Right before they jumped. Those two are at the top, or before they jump, you can see the fear and like the hesitation. Even though they're badasses, but you saw it, and it's more relatable. I felt like it was so relatable, and
it feels very human.
Very human, like something that if you were in that situation, you would be doing the same thing. No matter how badass you are, no matter how great these things are, it's just made more sense. If I felt human in its feelings, and I mean, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah. It like you said, that also going back to the Senate part of it, that was so interesting because she's out there telling you this, and then it zooms out to other people, and people aren't paying attention because you're like, oh, why aren't they paying attention? And I don't know if a lot of people caught it. It was pretty freaking empty. There was a lot of missing seats in that place. And then the people that were there weren't paying attention because they got the news of basically the start of the rebellion. I mean, so and then with the one group, they went up leaving. They just like got up and left. I was like, oh shit, it's interesting. It's like, I mean, their democracy already kind of fell, and now this is like the last shreds of it. So I don't
know. What did you think about after the heist? I know, like the heist happened, and all that action was great. After the heist was like one of my favorite parts. So and they make it out, and I was so sad. What's his name? I guess he got crushed. He's like the ideal character. He's like, he has all the great
lore.
Everything was.
He was the background story guy.
And for him to die, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And even though and Andor even making that decision, like, we either keep on going with the mission or we go to the doctor. And Andor said, we're going to the doctor, and made me like him even more. And then when the other guy tried to convince him, let's just split the money and run.
Yeah.
Andor killed him.
Yeah.
I was like, mic drop. I'm in love with this guy. This is great. This was so awesome.
Yeah, I did not see that coming. I'm like, well, what's he gonna do? Because I was like, he can't go to the group and say like, oh, he's gonna do this, because obviously he's gonna deny it, and they're gonna trust him more than Andor. So I was like, oh, it was interesting, and he just bam killed him. Like, holy shit, did not see that coming. So yeah. But real I don't know yet. Anything else for the post heist scene?
Only thing I was gonna say, climb.
I'll show you this.
Climb.
That was pretty awesome. Let me show you this, because this was this episode had to have been one of the best looking episodes in all of Star Wars.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Let's see.
The stars. Oh
up.
my god.
Obviously this is not the best picture, but on a nice high def TV, this stuff looked amazing. Them getting into the starfighters, this with the stars.
Oh my god, that was just so good. I couldn't believe.
Yeah.
That's where it was like they were looking at all. I was watching the show, looking at all like, wow, like I'm really looking at space.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely one of the better looking parts of all of Star Wars. I'll say that right now. It was super cool. I did not expect them to fly like, I don't know, like into the way they did. I don't know, and then like the TIE fighters chasing them.
That's something else that made it feel more Star Wars. The TIE fighters fighting so
and sucking. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But even like Andor in it, he's like screaming, he goes, I need directions, and like shit's going on in the background, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, come on, like, so
he's about to die. What's his name? Yeah. Mystic or whatever.
Yeah. I like that shit went sideways during the mission, during the heist.
Yeah.
Like I said, it made it a little more human, and we're so used to and so easy to see things kind of going according to plan, and then making a narrow escape without any cuts or bruises or anything going wrong. So it was nice to see things going so wrong. It leveled things out. It kind of made it, despite the fantastical elements of Star Wars, it grounded it a little for me.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm looking at this right now. So you said that climb thing. The other time that happened was in Rogue One.
In Rogue One, yes.
When the robot, his buddy, winds up closing the door and he's like, climb. Tell him climb. And I was like damn, poor Andor, man. He's you're like, don't say that word around me.
Well, he didn't know. This is the first time.
Yeah. Hey, we got a Brian King. I would like a Wedge show. That would be kind of awesome. Well, that's what I thought it kind of what Patty Jenkins was going to do was a Rogue Squadron, which I would have assumed Wedge would have been in there. All those kind of guys. But hopefully we still get the Rogue Squadron, because that would be kind of cool. Top Gun meets Star Wars. Sign me up, man. Sign me up.
Oh, I'm so in.
I really wonder what season 2 is going to be. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Also, this is my new. This is going to be my new background. Yeah, live, laugh, loosen. Yeah.
Oh man, that's
freaking Skarsgård, man.
And it's so funny how Andor. No one wanted Vela. Didn't want him. They don't want Andor, and it's just like he's disposable. No one really cared. We could use him. We could use his skills, but he's disposable. We really don't. He's the one that didn't want to die. That's all. Yeah. They accepted him.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It was fun from right, because it started off in the beginning, because it picked up right where that one ended. Episode 5, which I'm like, oh, finally, it like got to the point where we wanted. I'm just hoping the next 2 episodes
are not as slow as episode 5 was.
Because it might go back to that. It might go, because that's what people are saying. It's going to be slow, big action. Slow, big action. So this is already the second time. Episode 1 and 2, slow-ish. 3 was big action. 4, 5, slowish. 6 was big action.
I gotta say this: fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If they do it, it's our fault. You can't be mad at yourself. Mad at them. It's yourself.
But if that's the formula they're going, then why watch? The first 2.
Just
I can watch. Well, but I can watch the first 2 right before the third big action one. So if that's the formula that they're going to go, I can 7, 8. I can wait until 3 weeks from now and watch it right before episode 9. So I'm not like stuck a whole week on a slow burn.
What do you think about the whole thing with Andor only taking his cut?
he's a good guy. He's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Is he really good? I mean, he's killing people all left and right.
Very, very much an anti-hero, but at least has that moral code.
Yeah, the code that he follows himself, and I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah. So I mean, he's not a good guy because he does kill people, but I mean, he's killing bad people. Does that count? I don't know. I was like, he's people that deserve to.
He's killing morally just confused people too. He's not bad people, not so good people, people that are almost as bad as him. Like he just kills them all. Like that.
It reminds me of the tagline from the first Despicable Me. Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Brandon, that is so good. That's exactly right. I like that.
Yeah. But yes, I am excited for next week. I want to know what's going to happen.
How does Andor get back into the story?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, was it Luthen, whatever the guy, the Skarsgård? Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's gonna, pull him back in because it seems like he's gonna be one of the founders of the rebellion. It seems like, So, and he knows Andor's worth something. I hope he doesn't just play him like a pawn. Like, I need you to go do bad guy shit because I can't be seen doing bad guy stuff, but you can. I don't know.
I think he knows Andor's motivation, so he can use him in a lot of instances.
I don't know. What about you? Brandon? How do you think he's coming back next week? What do you get? What do you think is going to happen now?
I'm not considering the fact that they're kind of like on opposite sides of the galaxy or kind of like far apart. I'm kind of asking myself the same thing. How are they going to reconvene? It kind of seems like they're without plan in that regard, from what I can remember. So I'm not sure if it's going to be by chance or if there's a plan. Like, I'm not sure in that regard.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel it has to have something to do with Andor's sister. And that's what's going to happen. That's going to draw him back in. Something with that. And I mean, it has to be because that's what's happened in episode 1, episode 4, so episode 7. Something with his sister's going to draw him back in.
Yeah. I completely forgot about his sister. So, yeah, I'm in. I'm sold.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How many more episodes are there? There's supposed to be 12, right?
Is it 12?
I think so. Right? Yeah.
Is Andor 12?
Yeah. 12 episodes. Yep.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're here at halfway point, and as much as I've been hating on you, it has hooked me in. So I'm all for it. You win. Okay, I'm in. 100%.
Yeah.
All you had to do was wait it out.
It got me too. I can't even say nothing. I'm like, yeah, you got me. That's it.
Don't worry, I'm not going to dangle it over your head.
Only for the next 6 weeks. Yeah, but yep, I think we're all liking it now. We're finally all on the same spot. So here I'm looking at. So it's going to be 24 episodes overall. So it's going to be 12 season 1 and 12 season 2, and then it sounds like it's going to lead right into Rogue One.
So, that's good.
Sounds like a plan, at least. They got a plan, and I'm all for that. I was like, cool.
I hate to bring this up, but this is what good writing is, Marvel. Sometimes you should have an idea of where you're going before you just start writing crap.
before you start.
Yeah. So, we're going to go this way. You sure? No. I don't know what Marvel's doing sometimes.
Change it. Throw it in the trash. Yeah. So, cool. Anything else, guys?
I've been hooked.
That's about it.
You win.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jon Favreau.
Yeah. I don't think he's even in charge of this one.
He brought me into the Star Wars universe again, so I'm still giving him still gets a little credit for me.
Yeah. But cool. So that one's it for episode 6 of Andor. This was the big heist, episode, which is super awesome. Leave a comment, let us know what you guys thought about this episode or about the show. Now let us know what you think it's gonna go, what's gonna happen, coming up. Or if you're over it, you're done. There's a bunch of other YouTubers out there that are like, nope, no more Star Wars for me. So it is what it is. But leave a comment, let us know. But for us, we're gonna keep going with this one. But thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.
The Force be with you.